Hey guys, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It is Monday night in our weekly Q&A. This week we are talking holiday shopping deals, online sale events, but I'm also happy to talk whatever questions you have and kind of realizing that I'm losing some of my normal Monday nights that we would cover holiday questions and answers. So we can roll it all into tonight for sure. I will not be able to do a Q&A next week. We have like 3 more Mondays, guys, until Black Friday, and really and truly, I guess to start us off on holiday deal shopping is the fact that it's not really Black Friday, right? November is now Black Friday, the whole month of November. So we just had a big sale weekend with Kohl's, Target, Best Buy. Everybody kind of ran a sale event that ended. For some of them ended today, many of them ended yesterday. We are seeing other stores though release their Black Friday ads, and then a lot of them for the smaller stores releasing them and then extending them a day or two after they release them. So we're still seeing, kind of that window of Black Friday ad releases. And keep in mind, these aren't really ads this year. Almost no one is printing or even making a digital ad anymore. So what we're really seeing is just them releasing their deals online. There is no actual, let me just sit here and flip through. I think Target is still making an ad, and Walmart did put out their toy book, but we've not seen like an actual paper ad even from Walmart. So times have changed a little bit. No one's getting the newspaper anymore, right? So this is how Black Friday is adjusting as well. And an adjustment for us. I'm so used to having those typed and in a database that you can search, but that doesn't exist this year. So what can we do to make sure that we are getting the lowest possible price on the items that we are wanting to get? So let's talk some resources first. Honestly, Google or using a search engine of your choice is a very good resource. So as you find a deal, hop over and just put the name of that product in on a search engine and find out what the lowest price for that item might be. And then you can go from there. You can say, like, was the price that I found the best price possible? I'm just randomly gonna go hunting for a Lego deal here, and then I will show you what I mean. But if we start here with a Lego Christmas decoration kit, we will get the current price. Is this a good price? So the easiest thing to do is to take that name and let's just stick it in on Google search, and let's see what Google search tells us is the best price. So on Amazon, $33.49, $32 on Walmart. Now, keep in mind, you will always pop in some eBay things, and I'm never opposed to going eBay, but you do want to dig and make sure that it is a brand new set and that it is a reputable seller that you're grabbing it from, that we're not getting kind of a knockoff that's just being marketed as Lego. But your sponsored products, these are all sponsored up top, are still a great resource to know, is the sale price that I'm finding a decent price before I jump on that. And you can do that same thing, guys, even with Black Friday deals. I can also do it in the store. So a little inside tip, if you don't already have it already, the Amazon app. Putting the Amazon app on your phone, I can, with the Amazon app, I'm gonna actually pull it up here and show it to you with my phone. Black Friday week starts November 20th. Thanks, Amazon. So with my phone, in that top search bar, you will see what looks like a camera. Click on it and it opens up the camera. And the camera has the ability, when you look at the bottom, to take a picture or to search a barcode. And that is what we want. I love that it is trying to search the room around me. So it's telling me deals on keyboards because that's what I'm currently pointing the camera towards. But why would I want to do that? If I'm in a store for Black Friday, you decided to go traditional here and shop Black Friday in person, you can do that. Use the barcode on the products, scan the Amazon app with it, use Google image search with it using your phone. It is going to show you what is the Amazon current price, or Google image search is going to search that product against all of the online sales that are available. So now you can know, is the current price that I'm standing in front of in this local store a good price, or could I actually get a better price online? So hopefully that's going to help you with an online search or an offline search, however you want to go there. But these are just things that could be helpful as you, are going through and trying to decide whether it's a deal. Now, one other site that I've mentioned in the past is the Camels, and I highly recommend using them for just price matching, not price matching, price history of whatever the product is that you are wanting to grab. So if we come back over and we pull up our Christmas Legos again, all I need is this URL up here in this top box, and I can plug this into camelcamelcamel.com. That is, I call it the Camels, but you're gonna plug it into the top search box on Camel Camel Camel, and it is gonna immediately tell me where that price has been and where the lowest price is. So for example, on Amazon, that particular Lego set has never really been any lower than $33.35. Now, this particular Lego set also is new, so it doesn't really have a lot of history. It just came out in the last month, but I can see, based on the current price, it's $1.60 more than it was a few days ago. Maybe I could wait, maybe it's gonna come a little lower, but I at least have an idea of where that price is going. Now, I did pick a brand new product, but if I came over here and I picked a older product that had been around for a while, so I have so much random search history here, but let's go with this bamboo cutting board set. We're gonna get that URL and we're gonna plug it into the top of Camels. It's sold out, but we're gonna see over all of its price history where it was, and we get an idea again there, just looking at this chart of where it has been. Its price didn't change a lot, but it's still telling you what your options are. Now, you may have seen a news article recently about Amazon, that Amazon had the most used AI in the world. I don't think half of the world even knows that this AI is there. So I figured I would show you guys how to use Rufus as well. But with Rufus, this is up here in the button, click on it, and it's gonna pop in things that it can answer. And all I need to do is ask it about, it can put in the words price history, and it will ponder and check the price history of that product. Whatever page you are on, it will show you the price history for that product. So it's saying basically the price on this product has never changed in the last month. So meaning, yes, it is technically on sale, but in reality, that is just its sale price because it hasn't been that $50 price in ages. So that is where Rufus comes in. It is on every single page of Amazon. So they're kind of undoing the Camels. You kind of don't need them long term with Rufus there to help you. But it can be helpful as you, and let's close them up. But as you are even pondering your holiday deals and you're on the pages of holiday deals and you're, whatever it may be showing you, is this actually a good price? You've got that there to help you with. So I can hit that Rufus, show, and this time it automatically pulled in show price history. It kind of got the idea that that's what I wanted. And I can immediately see over the last 30 days, it's gonna give you that breakdown. It is based on where it has been. It's consistently priced at $219.99, and now it has dropped. So if you wanted that at $109, it is not a bad price. That is where it has been. It has only dropped a couple of other times in the past. So hopefully that's gonna help you guys to find that one. And that is, again, directly on Amazon's site. I am clicking on Rufus up here in the top corner to open that up. It's kind of going with the whole dogs of Amazon. You may not have realized that they even have that, but when you hit like a 404, oh, this page doesn't exist, you always get a dog picture. So it's, who knew that Amazon had a whole dog theme behind it, but that's what Rufus is. So doing the same thing, and yes, Aretha, I was saying the camels. So that other site that I mentioned is camelcamelcamel.com. So there are 3 camels up here. That's their logo. But they're doing the same thing. So just for you to kind of realize, I can search it on a third-party site, or now I can really start to use Rufus. Rufus is only going to give you that data for the last 30 days, and then you can actually click and see 90, but that's as far back as Amazon's going to give it to you. So for example, let's say that we are looking at a product and wanting to know, will this product go on sale for Black Friday? Now, as long as it's not a brand new Lego set, right? We've got some price history that would be available on Camel because they keep up to 3 years worth of data. So if we have an older product that we're kind of curious, is this going to be a Black Friday deal? I could plug that in on Camel, and I could see, did it go on sale last Black Friday? That's going to be your best indication as to whether or not it is going to go back on sale this Black Friday. It's just whatever we have seen in the past. And to put it into perspective, guys, the Kohl's Black Friday sale that ran this weekend, they don't change very much on any of these sales. With the major sale promotions, with the brands, they're still the same brands. And it actually kind of made me feel a little bit better, because we talk about, or we feel like we see inflation all the time. I literally used the roundup that I made last year for Kohl's early Black Friday. I used it again. And the only thing I actually had to change was that some sales went from a 40% off sale to a 60% off sale. So some of the sales actually got better, but the prices, the sale prices, the final prices, they were identical to what we saw last year on the vacuums, on the electronics. So when we look at those key products, and they were just specific products that I had searched for last year, but when I looked at those specific products again, same exact prices, same exact sale as what we saw a year ago. Because honestly, these retailers, they're not that creative. I even see this down to Old Navy. I will go hunting for Old Navy. I'm like, oh, today Old Navy has sweatshirts, $15. Well, if I go searching through Southern Savers old posts, I will find, yeah, Old Navy had sweatshirts for $15 last year on November 9th, and now it's November 10th. You know, like, they're so just like clockwork. Whatever they did last year is what they do again. And that's the case even with Black Friday ads. So yes, looking up and seeing what was on sale last year is a huge indication of what will be on sale this year. So even if you go to Southern Savers and you look for an old post too, like go digging, what were the Amazon top Black Friday deals last year? That post is still out there, still up. It's going to give you an idea of what to look for this year, because really not much changes. Okay, sorry, I'm seeing questions here. So Donna has an off-topic question. If you have the $10 off $20 purchase from the CVS vaccination, will that work with a total after coupons, or does it have to be before coupons? So that usually at CVS at the register, your $10 off any $20 purchase or any similar coupon like that, it can be after manufacturer's coupons, but sometimes does have to be before store coupons. So it's kind of a yes or no question, because store coupons, the computer applies them as it comes to them. So let's say you bought $25 worth of stuff, you used the manufacturer's coupons, that was just fine. You used a $5 off of $25 in Crest toothpaste that brought your total down to 20. Then you used another CVS coupon for something else, and so your total was 17. Then you're going to run into a problem. And that's just based on the math of the store coupons, not the manufacturer's coupons. So hopefully that makes sense. I need to make sure that my total that I purchase adds up to be enough no matter what order my store coupons come off in, and I should be fine. Okay, so Barbara, any info on printers, a good sale, and what is the best time to buy? Great question. I have a question for you though, and that is, do you want a color printer or a black and white printer? Because big differences there. If you're wanting the best printer, black and white, I would always point you towards Brother black and white printers or any printer that you still have the capability of refilling yourself. So this is going to be the Epson EcoTanks, the Brother printers. They're some of the best too that you'll find. Some HP printers will still let you purchase your own ink, but more and more of our really cheap printers, you know, our $39 printers that come with 3 months of free ink or 6 months of free ink, they're all wanting you to sign up for a subscription plan for your ink and basically be stuck with HP ink directly from HP forever. And that's not really what we want. So I would encourage you to look for a printer that gives you that flexibility. So I love Brother black and white laser jet printers, and there have been a lot of models through the years, but the best one, if I were to go hunting, would be in this Brother HL. This is a 24 line. You'll see a number of other numbers that are there, but Brother HL 24 will get you started, meaning 23 also is great. You just want a wireless. The hard part is that after COVID, we don't see them nearly the price that we used to, but it's still totally worth it because I can grab this printer. Yes, it's $130, and yes, that's probably one of the better prices you're gonna find. They just don't go on sale. But this right here is the reason why. That is 2 toner cartridge refills for $22. It's gonna last you ages, and you're just never gonna have to pay for the ink that you would end up having to pay for with other printers. So I have long been a Brother printer fan. Anyone that has been around Southern Savers, probably all 18 years that I've been running a website, been trying to point people towards Brother printers. We did see their prices jump a bit with COVID, and they just really haven't changed. But this would be one of the top choices. The Epson EcoTank is another one. We do see sales on the Epson EcoTank. I'm just showing it to you on Amazon because I can pull it up here, but you will find, like right now, it is technically on sale. But you will find that this will come down to probably about $169, maybe $159 with some Black Friday sales. And we can even plug it into the Camels here. We can see what it's done in the past. So the Amazon price watch, you can see how it jumps around. We've hit $179 as the best price this year on Amazon, but that's its price over the last 3 years. That's all the way back to 2022. So best price on that guy has been about $179. That Epson EcoTank, by the way, is a color printer, and the big reason that I would push you towards that, even though it's pricey, is that you can fully refill your own ink. You don't even really have to do the Epson ink. You can buy other cartridges. So it is totally worth looking into. There are color black and white printers. Those can be very expensive, so I don't necessarily want to point you in that direction. I would encourage you to look for a deal on one that is used if that is the route you're wanting to go. But that Epson EcoTank, and we do find deals on it, so let's plug it in our other way, tier 2. And let's do, just a general Google search on that, and you will find other folks that have it. So Walmart's got it for $159 right now. Potential that Walmart would have it lower for this coming weekend or for Black Friday if you wanted to watch. But it's still good even now. Let's say you're like, yeah, I'm going to grab that one. I know it's pricey. It's still good to know now what that price is so that when I do look on Black Friday or a pre-Black Friday event, that I at least know that I have a deal, right? I know, hey, I saw just last week that was $159 and now I see that it's $139 or whatever you may find. You've got that idea of was it a deal or was it not? So hopefully that's gonna help you a little bit. Those would be the top 2 that I would recommend. I know that they're not cheap. Yes, you will find some super cheap printers. Walmart every Black Friday always runs a Canon Pixma, I want to say, that will usually be around $39 on Black Friday. Is it worth it to grab a super cheap, let's say it's this guy, right now it's $53, but let's say on Black Friday this is as low as $39 or $29. Is it worth it? The only way I would say yes is if you look at those reviews and they say that you can put in your own ink cartridges or that you're not stuck in their service. So just be a little hesitant on really cheap printers, because that is really the game that they're playing, is that they know once you buy it that they have you, and they have you stuck in their court forever. Okay, so Wendy, you can't remember my stance on warehouse shopping. You joined Sam's and you think you can find better deals with sales and coupons. Yes, so for warehouses, typically there's some great things to grab there. And we actually just did a video on this, maybe, I don't know, maybe a month ago. But for me personally, stay away from cleaning supplies, paper goods, canned and packaged. Those are not sections you're gonna save money on in the warehouse clubs. If you're willing to shop the sales, you will do better in a grocery store or a drugstore on those items. So again, cleaning, paper goods, canned and packaged. There are sections though that in a warehouse club, it is by far gonna save you money. So a lot of times the fresh and the frozen can be decent prices. They're big packages, but they can be decent prices, definitely on fresh produce. They'll take grapes and put them in a 3-pound container. It is the cheapest price per pound that you'll find. Over-the-counter meds, some baking items. So you've got bulk spices, bulk sugar, bulk flour, rice. Those are great things to buy in upwards of 10+ pound bags for some of those items. So I know you may not want that much. And then the things that they put in the center of the store, which are really your like, I didn't come in here to grab this and now I'm all of a sudden grabbing 4 of them kind of items. Those are actually good prices. So we've got a lot of toys in there right now, a lot of snack items that are specific to Christmas. So they aren't things we see on sale all year, nor are they things that we even see in stores all year. The warehouses will tend to have a good price on those too. Now, they're also splurge items, so maybe it's best if you stay out of the middle of the warehouse, I don't know. But the biggest one being over-the-counter meds for a lot of folks. You're gonna get some great prices like per pill on your house brand Claritin or Zyrtec, Benadryl. You can get 400 Benadryls for like $4. You are not gonna touch that in any other store. So that's where the warehouse is gonna win. There are other things around the store too, but kind of knowing those sections to be in will definitely help you feel like you're getting the most for your membership. Oh, Anna, I love it. You're looking for a sewing machine to start sewing and crafting. So with a sewing machine, I would encourage you to do first to look at used options for some of the higher end ones if you're leaning in that route. So if you're leaning towards a Bernina or a Husqvarna, some of those sewing machines can get very expensive and you may not even know those names, and that's okay. Don't worry about them. These are kind of your high-end machines. They're a really great thing though to find used, even through estate sales. I've had, through the years, having 5 girls, I have had so many people offer sewing machines to our family as family members have passed away and they're left with sewing machines. And in today's world, so few people care to learn how to sew that many times they don't even know what to do with these. So you will find some great used sewing machines. Just look, it's worth a shot to look. If you want new though, I would look at Michaels. Michaels is gonna run a number of sales. They have a number of their Black Friday sales currently going on their site. So check Michaels. They also sell them on Amazon, so you can check there too. Look at those price histories, start to review what you want, and consider what you're gonna use it for. Most of us in the level of sewing, for me, I got a sewing machine as a high school graduation gift. So I've owned a sewing machine for a very long time. It doesn't mean that I do amazing things with it. We hem pants, I can put on a buttonhole. I do the things that need to be fixed, but I'm not off quilting. So I would definitely assess how you're gonna use it before you dive in, because that's where most of us end up spending money we're never gonna need. Do I need the sewing machine to make 90 different stitches? Potentially no. And honestly, the fancy stitches, you're not ever gonna use them for clothing or anything like that. I think my kids enjoy the fancy stitches when they're playing around. I've never used them on anything that I've made. So things to think about, but we will see good prices on the bare bones basic singers. They're still around, and you will see some decent prices on some no-name brands as well, or weird name brands. Just look at reviews on those that you don't recognize. Your 3 main brands for sewing machines though are Singer, Bernina, and Husqvarna as like the three big guys on the market. Oh, and there's one that starts with J, and my brain is over now on that one. But if you find one that starts with J, you're probably good. Maybe someone will chime in and remind me of what that one is. Oh, and yes, Aretha, those brothers, they used to all be 99. That was our deal point for them. And sometimes we will still see them. I haven't looked at Staples here recently. Let's pull that one up. Staples will still occasionally run a sale on Brother. So if you have a Staples in the area and you want to go hunting, you can try to keep an eye on that one too. But we just don't, I think they just really, as a company, got significantly hurt. Somehow, some big changes for them during COVID, and we just never saw their price points come back in. And keep in mind, we still want, even with Brother, we still want their laser printer here. So I don't know anything about their inkjet. So just because I'm pointing you to Brother doesn't mean I'm pointing you to all of them. I only know their lasers. So stick with those, and yeah, still seeing the same prices all the way around. Now, that said, Staples reminds me, I wanted to mention to you guys that a number of our stores have a price guarantee for the holidays, and Staples actually has one of the better ones. So let me pull that up. I actually sent myself a link so that I could share it with you guys easier. So Staples has a price guarantee that they run all holiday season. If you find a price cheaper somewhere else, they will honor that price, and you can do it in store or online. So you can, it's very easy to adjust any price. So go through however you want on those products that you find. We also see the same similar options through Best Buy. So Staples and Best Buy will still price match competitors. Those are the only two stores that will do that. And this is still good to know. It's still helpful information as you're trying to hunt down a good deal. Maybe you're going to get a perk from Best Buy, or maybe Best Buy is just closer to you. Maybe it's that Best Buy still has it in stock. There could be a lot of reasons why I might want to price match this somewhere else. But both Staples and Best Buy do offer price matches. Walmart and Target will price match only themselves. So this is new kind of change for Target. They used to price match competitors as well. They do not. They will only price match between the store and online. And that's it. I can get on and I can chat online that I had found it ready to go. So they will price match the digital ad, Target.com or the Target app online, and in the store, I would bring proof of what I wanted to price match, showing them screenshots really of Target's website. So you're really going to just show it to them on Target's website, and it has to be at that point, that price. So if the price changes, they're not going to honor it. So just so you are aware of how that works. Walmart also will price match Walmart.com in the store. That's it. And sadly, in their price match policy, they do say the Walmart store manager on duty has the final decision on any price match. So be nice, be friendly, or this isn't going to go well for you. But if I am in Walmart and I find the price cheaper online, I can price match that. This is actually really important in terms of saving money, guys, because I don't know if you knew this, but Walmart has recently decided to stop even putting the prices on their clothing in the store. So if you look at the tags for clothing in the store, it won't have a price anywhere on it. You want to use your Walmart app. You want to scan the barcode of that product. Your Walmart app is going to show you what the price is online, and then right below the online price, it is going to say the in-store price if your app has recognized that you are in that store. So it's going to help you get an idea of what in the world that sweater is going to ring up for when you get to the register. But they are allowing stores to have flexibility of pricing by taking all of those prices off of their clothing. Not a fan. They're also really, I think the main reason for this was to allow flexibility, like as tariffs were added or just as fluctuations happened, that they could kind of across the board change the prices on items. Not super cool, but just things to know. So Walmart will price match Walmart.com in the store. So never hurts to sit there with the app and scan those barcodes with the Walmart app. Everybody has a barcode scanner these days, and make sure that you do have the best price standing in Walmart that I would have if I had placed this order and had it delivered to me. I kind of wish we had other stores that did this too. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you're in CVS and I scan something with the CVS app, it could actually be cheaper online than it is in your local store. Sometimes your local store is cheaper than online, so it can go back and forth. The same with Walgreens. So these are things to consider. Should I just place pickup orders more frequently than I do? Potentially, as you start to kind of use that barcode scanner and see how your store is comparing to those online prices. Maybe you'll get a little wiser and you'll change up how you're shopping one way or the other. But it is helpful as we go into the holiday season to know what these policies are, because I want to get the lowest price, right? $2 here and $2 there, they all add up. So hopefully that will help you out a tiny bit to remember those. Let's see. Oh, and Cheryl, looking for a Roomba vacuum under $150 in stock. So we just saw a really great one at Kohl's. That is where I would point you to. Now the Kohl's deals ended yesterday, but they'll be back. So Black Friday week for Kohl's always starts the Sunday before Black Friday. So it is truly Black Friday week for them. That's what you want to wait for. They had a Roomba that was as low as $139, I want to say. And with Black Friday week, you're going to get $15 in Kohl's cash back on every $50 that you spend. So the $139 is going to end up getting you $30 in Kohl's cash back. So now you have a Roomba for $109, which is pretty sweet for that particular brand. So by far, I'm going to be very confident on that one and tell you that is the best price that you will see on that Roomba. And if you go back, go to Southern Savers, actually, Cheryl, look up the Kohl's. You can even use the categories on the side, find Kohl's as a store under online deals, find that Black Friday list that we just did over the weekend, and you'll see that Roomba in there. You can kind of have it bookmarked and ready to go because it will be back on sale come that start of that real Black Friday week window for them the Sunday before, and you're ready to grab it. It is one of the best prices that we'll see. Keep in mind that Roomba does not have a self-empty tank. And I have to say that self-empty tank on any robot vacuum is well worth the little bit extra that they charge for the self-empty version. Because every time you run your robot vacuum, you're going to have to pick it up, flip it over, carry it to the trash can and empty it, versus the self-empty tank, which empties itself into the tank. And for mine, I don't even have to empty the little cartridge, but maybe like once every 2 weeks. And you just slide it out and take it to the trash can. I don't have to haul the vacuum over to the trash can. So that's just from experience. If you haven't had one, I would at least consider finding deals on a self-empty. Maybe it's not worth it to you, but for me, it is. So just information you didn't ask for, sorry. Oh, and Lily asking for vacuum sealers. So there are some random brands. That's what I'm going to start calling all these weird things on Amazon. I kind of realized how used to these foreign brands we are that we don't even think twice about the fact that the name makes absolutely no sense. I was just telling my husband this over dinner tonight. There are some random brands on Amazon that actually have really great reviews. So I would point you to start there, but it's gonna require homework because they aren't brands you're gonna recognize, or it's gonna be looking for the Food Savers. Food Saver is the name brand and has been for a very long time in vacuum sealers. And while you will see deals on Amazon, you will always find the best price on Food Savers directly on their website. So go to foodsaver.com. They do run Black Friday sales. I'm not sure if they've already started them. I don't go to their site that often, but through the years, they always beat any other price because really you're just buying this directly from Food Saver on Amazon site. They would prefer to keep all that money and not pay Amazon a little chunk of advertising money. So it will be a better price directly from their site. Also in vacuum sealer land. I will give you more information than you want here as well. Y'all are getting all my opinions on things tonight. I own this one. I actually own 3. It's a long story. We won't get into that. I own that kind. I also own the stand-up kind. And I will tell you, these little flat vacuum sealers, whatever they are, they do not have the same suction as the full versions do. So I'm just going to pull up their site to show you the difference. I call the full upright ones like the stand-up models. They're taller, they take up more space in your kitchen, but they have way more suction. They get out way more air out of every bag that they seal than the little tiny flat ones do. So just to kind of, putting it in perspective there as you ponder them. I'm going to just randomly click on this. None of the pictures are wanting to show. I was hoping we would get one that was taller, but you will see if their pictures will show up for some reason on their site. What I mean, some of these others, just look at the reviews, make sure that you have one that actually has a decent amount of suction to it. The smaller ones don't always. Price-wise, I would aim around Black Friday for these the taller units to be around $150. The flat, smaller units, probably around $70 at their lowest price for Black Friday. Oh, thank you, Sue. I knew somebody would help me on that. So the J sewing machine is a Genome. That's how I'm going to say it. So your four sewing machine name brands: Singer, Bernina, Husqvarna, and Genome. That's Janome. Oh, great question, Lynn. It's off topic, but I love it. And I had so many emails on this last week. So what are we doing for college football with YouTube still dealing with negotiations with Disney? This is what we're doing. We have paused our YouTube TV. Well, first I really should say I'm not watching college football. It's been a really bad season for Florida State. Maybe I'll tune in next year. But for my husband, who's having a great season on Georgia Tech, he has paused YouTube TV. And I would encourage you first, before you make it a plan, if you have a credit card, pull up your credit card and see what offers are currently on your credit card. We have a few. We play the credit card game for points, and there are some that we've just had for ages, and they're different brands. And I have the same offer on 3 different cards. So let's just put it that way. I have a feeling some of you have this too. So I want you to start there, because if you've got an offer for Fubo, F-U-B-O, many cards are offering them right now. Some are going to be $30 back on your first purchase. Some are going to be 30% back on your first purchase. But the Fubo account that you're going to need for college football is going to be about $80 a month. It's the same price as that YouTube TV. So you can pay by the month. You don't need to have a contract there. And you can even switch up the credit card if you've got a couple credit cards that both have this offer. Just going to throw that out there. So this month you pay with this card, and next month you switch the billing card to another card. You're going to be able to get that $30 or 30% back. It'll come as a credit on your credit card once the payment goes through. Now, my husband did tell me after we made this decision that we still kind of played into Disney's plan, because turns out Disney owns Fubo. But I don't know, we still love YouTube TV because we can split that with 2 other family members, really, and everybody pays 1/3 of the price. That's a huge savings for us over the full price of paying all of it ourselves every single month. So we will happily go back to YouTube TV as soon as they can figure this out with Disney and ESPN. But that is our plan right now. So that is what I would encourage you to do. You could also play the game of various college weekend. Sign up on a Thursday for a free 1-week trial of Sling. Next week, sign up for a free 1-week trial of Fubo. The week after that, I mean, you could get through a few weeks of college football if all we're wanting it for is those weekend games, kind of switching up where our free trials are until YouTube figures this out, or I don't know how long this standoff is going to go between the 2 brands, but that is what I would recommend. Red light therapy deal. This is a great one. It is a very hot item. We're seeing a lot of brands in the space on red light. But the good thing there is that that's only lowering the price on so many of these products. There's some homework you need to do before you decide what brands you want, and that is really researching the wavelength of the red light that you are wanting. So there is one wavelength that is good for like skin repair, that maybe you're gonna wear on a mask right over your face. There is another wavelength though that is good for muscle and tissue repair deeper. So you've got to figure out which one you want. That is not research you want to do on Amazon. That is research you want to do on other pages unrelated to products as a whole, just learning about red light therapy. It does work. It is amazing on the muscle and tissue repair. So I would highly recommend the products. It's just figuring out where you even need to be in the first place, and then researching the products that go with those wavelengths. So that said, once you figure out what you want, this is where I would use those resources of looking at the price over the last 30 to 60 days, or using Camel. Keep in mind, some of these products haven't been out that long, and a huge one of looking at reviews, because there are a ton of no name, they've been on Amazon for maybe 20-day kind of products. So when I say looking at reviews, I really encourage you on some of these Amazon products to realize we're not looking at even 30 reviews. I would encourage you on a lot of these Amazon products that you're looking for hundreds of reviews to have an idea as to whether or not that product is a legit product, or whether it's really just been there for a tiny little bit. The fact that these are sponsored as well, these are brands like trying to push their product higher and higher. They only have 50 reviews. They may have a great price. I wouldn't do it, in all honesty. You just don't know that you're really getting what they say they're getting, right? These are not regulated or checked by any other party. They could have nothing in there that is helpful for you, and you don't want to spend that kind of money to find out that it was just a gimmick, that they weren't selling you what they said they were selling you. And when I told you to research the light wavelength, that is what these numbers are here. These are 660 nanometers, 850 nanometers. That's what it means. It's just the depth that that light goes to in skin tissue. So look for those reviews. This one, as I zoom in on it, has 3, and they're all magically 5-star reviews. It's the person who posted it, guys. So we really are looking for this number. I'm looking for that mark of, whoa, that's got 1.5 thousand reviews and is still a 4.4 star. That could be a great product. So that's what I would encourage you to do here. Not necessarily pointing you to a specific product as your answer, but just maybe how to find the one that you're wanting, how to find one that's gonna work. Then once you decide to look at it, let's use Rufus, and let's look at its price history over time. So again, we're gonna pull up Rufus, we're gonna type in price history if he doesn't already tell that that's what you want. And he's gonna show you 30 days, and then he's gonna show you 90 days. So he's saying basically it's been this price for the last 30 days, and for the last 90 days, it pretty much stays at this price too. So it looks like it's on sale, but in reality, that is its normal price. So you're getting an idea there from Rufus, thank you Rufus, on knowing whether or not, do I need to jump on this deal? Is this deal gonna end? I mean, it's a decent price. It is the lowest price that it's been, but I at least know that I don't have to make a decision today. That price is not gonna change overnight. Could get better, but it's probably not gonna get worse. So hopefully that helps too as you ponder whether that's the one you want or not. Okay. Oh, and this is for a gift, or sorry, I just saw your, this is for a gift, Cheryl, on that one, on the Roomba. Let's see. That's funny. So any laptop deals, I need one that can handle heavy multitasking and Zoom simultaneously. So we do have some laptop deals. I would actually encourage you to hold out, not right now going for any of those. So this weekend, starting on Friday, if you have Walmart Plus, it's actually gonna start on Thursday night at 7 p.m. For everyone else, it's gonna start on Friday morning. Walmart will run their second holiday deal event this weekend Friday through Sunday, and then their third one will be Black Friday week. So Walmart actually will be kind of the only store running a deal event this weekend. No one else is jumping into the mix on this middle event, basically. Everyone ran events this past week. Everyone's running Black Friday. So Walmart's got kind of a quiet weekend coming up, all to itself, but there are some laptop deals in there. I spent half of the day perusing a spreadsheet of 85,000 things that will be on sale this weekend. You're gonna have Dell's, HP's, and Asus laptops at Walmart this weekend. Will they be the lowest price? I think what you're gonna see is the same price for Black Friday week. So if you love any of those laptop deals this weekend at Walmart, you could go ahead and grab it. I don't think it will be that much lower in another week and a half for Black Friday, but it is a good time to go to grab it. If you don't love those particular laptops though, I would just wait for Black Friday week. Everyone is running this as Black Friday week. Really look for those deals to start Sunday or Monday and then run all week long. HP and Dell, they also run their own Black Friday deals directly from their sites. So always check there. You will be amazed at the prices that you can find shopping directly from those brands. And a plug here too, I would encourage you for Black Friday week to keep an eye on Rakuten. So if you've not used Rakuten, Rakuten gives you cash back on every purchase that you make, and I will stick a link here in the comments for you guys. But with Rakuten, if you do not have an account, you can get $50 in cash back when you make a $50 purchase, and it doesn't even have to be in one purchase. So just any $50 purchase or $50 added up, and you will be able to get that $50 bonus back from Rakuten. So I'm gonna stick in, it's my referral link, if you don't mind. If you do decide to sign up, I get some points back too. I cash my Rakuten out in points to my Amex card, because you can do that. You can connect your Amex card, or you can get it back as cash back. So you'll see all of my numbers are points and not dollars, but just take out the X and consider it to be percentage points here. So if I wanted to book a vacation rental, I'm gonna get up to 11% back. The Disney store up to 15% back. But for Black Friday, these numbers are gonna be huge. And I say this particularly in line of laptops because this is what I did over there was a May Prime event, and Dell ran 22% cash back through Rakuten and was running a ton of deals on their website. And a credit card offer was $100 back on the card for any $500 purchase at Dell. So I grabbed a laptop on Dell that really cost like $510. We took that to the limit basically. Got $100 back on their credit card, but I got 22% back in Rakuten points on the full purchase price. So pretty huge, because 22% on a $500 purchase is over another $100 back too. So that was a huge savings when you think about that. $100 just credit back on the credit card, $100 in cash back on Rakuten on that $500 laptop, which was a top of the line laptop. It was also on sale. So I was pretty excited with that. So see how you can use that. I would go ahead, honestly guys, I've mentioned credit card offers twice now. So for Black Friday month, those offers are already in your account. They usually load these offers for the whole month. So you already have an idea of what kind of online shopping you might have some extra bonuses with. It's totally worth looking at, because if you are looking for a laptop and there's a big cash back offer directly through Dell, I mean, maybe this is just telling you, you need to look for your laptop on Dell. So see what's there in your credit card first, then watch your cash back offers in Rakuten, and hopefully the worlds are going to line up that you can double dip on that too, along with some Black Friday sales on those. And Sharon, am I expecting any Walmart Plus deals anytime soon? I am not. I was really hoping that we would see one before the first deals event. We did not see it. I've had no word of one this week with that deal event that's going to start on Friday. There's a tiny possibility that we see one before Black Friday week, but I really don't expect it. I think that everyone is kind of you can have access to our platform if you want to, but we're not necessarily going to discount it. We just saw Target run a great offer on Target Circle 360, but that is over now. So I think with Walmart Plus, it is what it is. I don't expect any sort of discount there. I'm sorry. I was really kind of had my fingers crossed hoping that they would give us something before all these deal events started, but the fact that they didn't and we're now a chunk of the way into them, it's probably not coming. So in terms of sales, again, this Friday is the Walmart sale. It will run for 3 days through Sunday night. And then the next big set of sales are going to start on Sunday the 23rd. So that is your once we get through this weekend, it's just one more week till Black Friday week, which is crazy. It is going by way too fast this year, really. Now we do have Veterans Day tomorrow. I guess we shouldn't really miss that one. And if you are a veteran or active duty military, there are a ton of discounts and even freebies around town tomorrow. Some of them are also not just through tomorrow, but they're all week long. So I made a list of those. They are up on Southern Savers. If you go back, I think we posted them on Saturday to the site. So you got to go back a couple pages, but you'll find all those Veterans Day freebies. That is a fun list. We also put it on our Instagram and our social media, so hopefully you'll be able to find a link to it if you need it. I should have pre-pulled it, but it'll take me too long to find it now. So look for that list if you are a veteran or active duty military. And again, all of those sales are at least tomorrow, but many are all week long. There are also a number of sales around the web. The sales around the web, I guess to make it apply to everyone, they've renamed tomorrow. So it isn't Veterans Day in online retail, it is Singles Day. I don't know. It's Veterans Day, let's just call it that, but everyone gets to take advantage of the sale. That's really why they've renamed it, because they didn't want anyone to think that, hey, I'm not a veteran, I can't shop the deal. Now it's Singles Day and the deal is for everyone. So do expect a number of sales, specifically tomorrow, that will go with that Singles Day part. A lot of these sites will run like an extra 11% off, or some of them will go bigger and go with 22%. You never know what they're going to throw at you, but those will usually stack on top of whatever sales we also have. So another fun day to look at. And then Black Friday week. Black Friday week will end on Saturday after Thanksgiving, and then everybody will start their Cyber Monday deals on Sunday of Cyber Monday. So be ready for that as well. Cyber Monday will usually last for 3 days. Deals will start on Sunday, Monday, and then they'll all be, surprise, surprise, extended on Tuesday. That is how this always works. Just so that you kind of know where your windows are and where to shop. Now, the number one question I always get as we get closer into Black Friday and Cyber Monday is, should I wait? Which one's going to be better? Rarely do we see the prices change between one and the other. So if you want to grab something, I would just grab it. It's not going to be a big deal. It will be very similar, if not the same price, between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. That does remind me that I forgot to mention one particular event that that Target offers, and that is that Target does give you a price guarantee across Target's sales. So if you find a price from something that you purchased and then it goes lower later in the season, you can actually get the holiday price match guarantee. The hard part here is that you have to catch that it went lower. So this is kind of in Target's favor, because that means that you really have to stalk Target's site, right? I have to keep an eye on what those sales are so that I can know that that sale went down. Now, here's a solution if you want an easier one. Go ahead and grab whatever it is that you wanted to grab at Target, check out, then put another one in your cart. And I hope that some of you, this isn't new information. I've taught some of you this in the past, but anything that you're pondering grabbing, if I put it in my cart, whatever cart it might be, I put it in my cart now, when that price goes lower, they're going to let you know. They want you to check out. So if I leave something in my cart, I am going to get an alert whenever the price goes lower. And for you, trying to keep an eye on deals in Target, this is a great way to not miss something that you actually already purchased when it goes lower. So grab one, check out, then put the same thing back in your cart. Make sure you tell your husband that you're doing this if you use the same login, or all of a sudden another one's gonna show up at the house. But hopefully we're all on the same page here. That second one is just there so that we'll get those emails, we'll get those alerts. Hey, something that you've been watching has gone on sale. And now you know that you can hop on to Target's online chat or head into the local store and do that holiday price match guarantee to take advantage of your lower price. So kind of a fun one. They're one of the only sites that offers that. Any other site, if I did grab something and then the price went lower, never hurts to get on chat, even Amazon, to get on chat and say, hey, I grabbed this a week ago and that price is now lower than it was a week ago. They have two options and they know that option number one, you can very easily take. So option number one is I can just return the one that I have. I'm inside the return window and I can buy it again at the lower price. They really don't want you to do that. It's annoying for them. They have to process the return. They have to hope that it gets back to them in the right condition to even resell the product. So many times that chat for whatever website you're on is going to say, you know what, we'll give you the price difference. So it never hurts to chat with them. So that's option one, is I just return it and buy a new one at the lower price. But option two is that hopefully they work with you and they go ahead and they refund the price difference. But never hurts to ask. So always keep an eye on anything that you grabbed and see if the price went significantly down. Now, I'm not talking about like fighting for 50 cents here, but if that price was 40% off and you didn't get it anywhere near that price, it's totally worth hopping on chat and seeing what they will do, whether they will honor that price or not. So many of our chats are now AI, that I would also encourage you to be a little hardline on that too in AI. I actually hopped on a chat today with a renewal that I didn't catch to Thrive Market. It isn't a site that I've really even used a lot. I grabbed a membership with a deal last year, and I'm usually really good at putting these things on my Google Calendar, and I missed it. I did not put it on my Google Calendar. It renewed last week, and I caught it on my credit card statement online this morning. So I was a little miffed, and I went on to see what I could do, and their AI chat was the only thing that I could accomplish reaching. But in being hardline, saying, no, I still want to cancel. No, I still want to cancel. The offer kept getting better and better and better until I ended up with basically a free year. So it never hurts to be even, a little firm with the AI bot as well. That when you kind of tell them, look, if you won't credit this back, I'm just going to return the item. They're going to get the idea and hopefully are going to give you that credit. Whether it's a real person or an AI person, hopefully they have some flexibility. And if you want a Thrive Market deal, I would encourage you hopping on to the AI bot and seeing what they'll give you there too. Lynn with Circle K. I've seen them run gas savings. They ran it for veterans in particular this week. I feel like we've been seeing them run it every other month. I don't know that it's been on a regular pattern necessarily, but that is one that I would encourage you, if you're not a Circle K Circle member, that you give them your email address. If this is a gas station that you would like to make sure that you are getting alerts on, that you tell them that. And you say, like, anytime you send an email, I want to know if they have a text message system, signing up for that too. Having the mobile app can also help in making sure if they push out an app notification, that you're also not going to miss it if they are running that too. Do keep in mind, if you have Amazon Prime, that Amazon Prime is running 25 cents off a gallon of gas every Friday through the end of the year. And that's at BP and Amoco, and I think AM, PM stations are what works with the Amazon Prime gas fuel rewards program. If you've not taken advantage of that and you do have a Prime membership, just hop on Amazon Prime and type in gas rewards and you will find that, or even Google, you will find the page that you need to activate that and to create an account. You're gonna do that through your phone number and then have that 25 cents off a gallon of gas, which is pretty sweet, multiple gallons every Friday. Any recommendations on internet devices, security services? So many of our places to give credit card info to, and so much risk. There is a lot of risk there. I would encourage you to do a couple of things. One, PayPal is old, but still very relevant. So if you're super concerned, I would go the PayPal route. giving out PayPal information. It does not give out the actual credit card information. PayPal processes that and doesn't ever give even the place you're checking out with the actual credit card information. The other thing that I would recommend is actually Apple Pay. I'm pretty sure Samsung does the same thing with Samsung Pay, but even online, if I'm choosing Apple Pay, I have a Mac, so if I'm choosing Apple Pay or if I'm checking out with my phone, the reason for that is I'm still using my credit cards, but Apple makes up a different credit card number for you every time you use Apple Pay. So whatever that store is that you're checking out on, if their systems were ever hacked, the number that they made up for you to do that processing will not get anybody anything. So I'm not using an actual credit card in that case on these websites. I'm using PayPal, then to a credit card, Apple Pay, then to a credit card. And I will say one thing, so as I'm mentioning like the Dell offer and getting that cash back, the way that it still processes though, still shows up on the credit card as being Dell or being Chick-fil-A or however you used Apple Pay or Samsung Pay, it's still going to come through on the end as being the retailer that you were at. So whatever the perk is or the points that you might get back, you're still going to earn them, but you went through that Apple Pay or that Samsung Pay or that PayPal so that you were ending up getting kind of that protected line between your credit card number and their system saving it. I also do not really recommend saving a credit card in anybody's system. Maybe if you're feeling comfortable with Amazon, if you've got a site that you're checking out with a ton on, that you keep a credit card there. But if I'm on a little random website, I've never ordered from these people before, I'm not going to use a credit card on their tiny little site, and I'm definitely not going to store my information for future purchases. Now, we don't need to do that. If I ever end up here again, I will give it to you, but I don't need you to keep it. So that is what I would recommend there too. There are other companies like Cloaked that are out there that you pay for, and they also do that same, creating a different phone account number, creating a different email even for all these different sites. You can do that if you're very concerned. I don't know that it really justifies the price, so I would do some digging, reading some reviews on services like that. I know Cloaked is one of those brands. There's others that do it too. I was actually just kind of researching them within the last month just because I keep seeing their ads on social media. And my final decision was looking at reviews like, I don't really know that this is really the route I need to go. But maybe for you, if that is a concern, it might be helpful. Oh, and Wendy, great question. Will Hulu, Netflix, Peacock, etc. have Black Friday deals? Yes, yes, yes. These are every year deals for Hulu. They never change. The price never changes. I hands down expect that deal to be out there. Peacock as well. Netflix, maybe. That can be a tricky one. We don't always see a deal for Black Friday, but do look for like Discovery Plus, for Max. All of our streaming services run Black Friday deals. It can be pretty huge. I actually have fingers crossed that the Kindle Unlimited deal is going to get a little bit better. One of my girls and I both have a number of books. We're like, we really want to read these, and they're only on Kindle Unlimited. So we're both like, come on, we want 3 months for 99 cents a month. Right now it's 2 months. So we're just waiting for a better deal. But we really do see these deals on a regular basis. One warning on those deals is you're going to see a number of these streaming services also offering deals through Amazon. And I just had somebody asking me this question the other day, so I figured I would throw it in here too. But getting any sort of ongoing expense through Amazon or even through Verizon, your phone companies now allow you to get these memberships to streaming services. This is really in an attempt for you to forget that they're there. For you to be like, no, I don't ever see a bill come through for Hulu or Peacock, so I'm not paying for it anymore. I just get it for free. No, you are. It's through Amazon, and I forgot that I had signed up really through this third party, and they're making bank on the fact that you forgot how you signed up and where you signed up. So with these deals that we see for Black Friday, I do encourage you to sign up directly with the brands here, because One, it's gonna be really easy for you to remember how to cancel. I wanna cancel Peacock, I go to Peacock to cancel it. And two, if I forget to cancel, it's gonna show up on my receipt as, or not my receipt, but my credit card statement as Peacock, so that I will be like, I forgot to cancel that. But all those random Amazon charges, they don't really show up for what they were for, and you won't catch that nearly as fast as you would if you did it directly through the brand. So if it's the same offer, don't do it through Amazon. Do it through the streaming company, and not just creating yet another recurring subscription in Amazon that you never notice has been billing you all this time. Oh, and Lily, that's kind of the same kind of advice there on Spectrum too. So we see all of these people offer these because they get a really big kickback from these streaming companies. In the end, the streaming services too, I would encourage you guys, the same way that I mentioned with Fubo earlier, check your credit cards, because a number of your credit cards have some cashback offers for those plans as well. I have one almost every single month for free Discovery Plus, free, like I think right now I have $20 back on any $70 purchase of Max, which would be like a year subscription. There's a few that are in a couple different cards. So before you grab any Black Friday deals, you've got to decide which card you're going to use to pay for it. So do your digging and see which cards are offering options. But remember, even to get those options, the bill has to be directly through Max or Discovery Plus or Peacock. It cannot be through Verizon or Spectrum or any of those other services, because they're really getting a kickback when you go through them for those streaming platforms, and you're never going to remember where that was billed or how to cancel it in the end. Okay. Oh, I gotcha. So you're saying Spectrum is giving it to you, gives basic streaming plans available like for free, which is good to know. So does your Walmart Plus. I guess we should hit that. If you've got Walmart Plus, you now have access to Peacock or Paramount Plus. So you can log into your Walmart Plus account, and every 2 months, it's either every 2 months or 3 months, don't hold me to it, but you can actually switch which one it is. So you get them ongoing. It's not for a limited time, but if I want it to be Peacock right now, I can have that for the next 3 months. Then I can switch it to Paramount Plus for the next 3 months. I can go back to Peacock, but they now let you alternate between those two streaming platforms, which is pretty great. So always looking to see what your free services are that are out there is a very good reminder. Thank you, Lily. Okay. We've hit a ton tonight on deals. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. If you've got anything in particular that you're hunting for, though, I am always happy to help you find a deal. If you send me a message through Facebook messages on the Southern Savers account, or send me an email to jenny@southernsavers.com. Always happy to help be a personal shopper around the holidays. So let me know what you're hunting for. I may end up telling you, like, hold off, we want to wait we're only 2 weeks out, right? We only want to wait until Black Friday week, but that might be the case. But I will also try to get back to you if we do see some deals on those items too. I will not do a Q&A next week. I've got to go out of town to help a kiddo with some medical issues. So will not be around next Monday night. I will be driving home from Chattanooga. I figure I probably shouldn't drive and do Q&As at the same time. But we'll be back the week of Black Friday, and hopefully can hit a ton of Black Friday deals and Black Friday hunting. So we are that close to all of these deals starting up. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm also not going to do a drugstore video tomorrow. Just been feeling very, very overwhelmed and very behind on a lot of things, and realized that was not the best use of my time this week. So I'm sorry if you've been waiting for one. I will get back to them next week, but I just couldn't make it happen this week. So I will do a drugstore video next week, no Q&A, and then I'll be back for Q&A in 1 more week. So I hope you guys have a good week.